This is the post-game press conference, the game between Tunisia and Nigeria. Coach Adel Tatli and Yassine Toumi, welcome to this post-game press conference. 84-81, a loss against Nigeria. Your thoughts on this game, Coach Tatli?
Okay, it's difficult to speak about this game. I think we play a very good game. We played the team with very good talent, and we compete. But something it's wrong in the end of the game. I think I speak with my guys.
Can you speak closer to the microphone, please, Coach?
Yeah.
Sorry.
I speak with my guys that we have to do less turnover. Less turnover. We do 19 turnover. I think it's a little bit high. Sincerely, I think that I have a very good team now.
Okay.
You know, we are in process of rebuilding.
Yeah.
And some new players. I have two players who never play in a national team, 22, 23 years old. This is our target and our vision. That's all. Congratulations for Nigeria, but congratulations more for my players.
But is there any particular aspect of the game that compromised your team? You know, what was the reason behind this loss?
No, nothing. They have a very good individual player. They can change. They can. They have a big man. You know, our post 4, 5, especially our post 5. Maybe they don't put any score.
Okay. Yassine, tough loss. You guys put off a great fight in this game, but in the end, Nigeria prevail with this 3-point win. Your thoughts, your reflection on this game, please.
First of all, congrats to Nigeria. I think my teammates and even the coaching staff did a really good job to prepare us for the game. The scouting report was really correct, and I mean, I'm really proud of my guys. I think everybody played hard during the 40 minutes, you know. And like Coach said, we have young players, you know. Me, I never played for Coach lately, you know. That's my first time playing for him. So, like he said, we're building a team right now. But Nigeria made some really tough threes at the end of the game. Some contested threes, you know. I think that's basketball. That's the game of basketball. Sometimes you got tough losses. Sometimes you win. Sometimes you lose. But overall, I'm really proud of my guys and the coaching staff too.
Coach, you beat Nigeria by 10 points in window 1 in Tunisia in November, but now you lost by 3 points. Can you compare both scenarios? Or we're talking about two different realities?
It's not the same team. You know, Nigeria can change 10 teams. It's not the same team. This team, I think it's better for individually players.
Okay.
That's all. But I think, and we change. We lose. Marnawi is injured, and
Osama Marnawi.
Yeah. We lose it because. But we find today Mnafel, new players who do a very good game.
Okay. Yassine, coach and yourself are talking about the rebuilding process of this Tunisian team. Where do you see, what's the limit for this Tunisian team? Where do you see this team in 2 years' time?
I think we have a lot of potential. I mean, those guys they playing together for a minute now. they know each other since they really young, so they really know everything. We really know everything. I mean, I've been with these guys since I was 19, 20, you know, so I know most of the guys, and you know, like I said, coach did a pretty good job during practice. You know, we trying to build chemistry. You know, we're really trying to build a team, and even from what I saw today, I think sky's the limit. Sky's the limit for us. I mean, Nefeth is a player, a young player, just came in today, stepped up big time, and even Youssef, that's his first really professional game. You know, FIBA professional game. So I think it's just experience. You know, every game like this, we gain experience, and it's gonna help us for the future.
How much do you guys as a team want that ticket to the next round of this qualifying process?
I mean, obviously that's the first game, you know, but today, like I said, everybody came up to play. Whatever is 2 minutes or 10 minutes or playing the full game, everybody was on the same page. So I think we have 2 more games coming up. Tomorrow going to be an important game for us. So we're going to rest and come back better tomorrow.
Coach, can you talk about the next game for Tunisia? What corrections are you going to make?
I speak with my players now, that I said that tomorrow will be strong games. They have a very good defense.
You talked about Rwanda.
I talk about Rwanda, yes. Don't think that it's a medium team or not very good players, or they lose the post 5, whose name?
David.
Okay, donc tomorrow it will be another game. It's another game, and we have to prepare it and to be concentrated.
Okay. Before you finish, Coach, is there anything you want to speak to your Tunisia audience in Spanish, in French or Arabic, if you want, please, about this game?
Je pense qu'on a fait un très bon match. Malheureusement, on a perdu sur des petites fautes. Il y a toujours des petites fautes. Le plus important, c'est que je suis content pour l'esprit, déjà. L'esprit de l'équipe est très bon. Et puis, qu'on soit prêt, il faut vraiment bien préparer le match de demain sur le plan mental surtout.
Okay.
Voilà.
Coach Startley, Yassine, all the best for your next game. Thank you.
Merci.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Merci.
Coach David Fisdale and Ike Regbe, gentlemen, congratulations on the win.
Thank you.
Thank you.
An important win against Tunisia, 84-81. How did you guys manage to pull out this important win, Coach?
I would say the toughness of these guys, we came in, we basically had one practice. We had our flights was kind of messed up getting in here. Guys came from all over the world on no sleep, and we literally had a practice and a walkthrough. And so for these guys to come in and compete against such a good team like Tunisia, that's a very well-coached team, a team that plays good basketball. For us to come in and fight out and dig out a win was big.
Ike?
Yeah, like Coach said, it was really tough for us to get here, and yeah, we had a practice, but we only had a few times we went against each other. So for us to come together, and it was an ugly game from start to finish. It's always good when you win, so I'm happy with that.
Coach, what do you think was the most important factor for this win for you?
I would say it came down to collective toughness, because we did a lot of things wrong. Wouldn't you say? We stuff that, again, when you don't get to spend that much time together, they're gonna mess up. And so we made a lot of mistakes, probably mistakes that these guys have never made. They made in the game today. But I think just our overall mental toughness, our physical toughness down the stretch, it was to our fault. And, the way the game was called, they shot a lot of free throws. And it was easy for us to get discouraged in those moments and get down. But our guys stayed with it, kept digging, and we got the stops we needed, and we made the big shots we needed.
Coach, when you look at your roster, I noticed that it's only one or two players who played in the first window of this qualification campaign. Can you talk about the transformation? How did you guys decide to come, maybe it's about time to bring the A team?
Well, so I've basically known I was going to coach the team for about a month and a half, 2 months. And as soon as I got the job, I basically leaned on, our GM. I leaned on a lot of these guys actually to tell me and give me their evaluations on who are the players that we need to have here in Africa for this window. And so I got on the phone and I started recruiting guys heavily and right away. I called Stan first because Stan is, our vet and our,
Stan Okoye.
Stan Okoye, yes. My second call was to this gentleman because I needed him to run our show. And I know, from past, he had some frustrations, in playing the international game. But, to his credit, he put everything behind him, and he came here and he competed for us, and I really appreciate that. But we really worked hard to put this team together. Like, I was on the phone a lot. It really is. And you're talking about all over the world calling players. Guys were in Spain, guys was in Israel. Where were you at?
I was in LA.
You was in LA, so he was one of the local guys.
Yeah.
But we had guys in Africa. Like, it was just, so it was, it was a lot of work. And then you talk about the guys that's playing in the NBA right now, making phone calls to those guys. A lot of those guys reached out to me on their own because they're interested in playing. The big issue will be who can get certified out of the NBA pool that's not certified. So that's going to be our biggest battle, is figuring that out. But we definitely have a handful, if not, I would say 6 to 7 guys in the NBA right now that really, really want to do this. Like, they're checking in. I'm getting text messages from different guys. And so that's a quality thing when you got that, and then you got the commitment of these guys who play overseas. They made it easy for me to want to coach this team with the way that they wanted to play, the fact that they wanted to do this together. And the reality is, if we get legit NBA guys coming into the roster, half of this roster is going to be on that team too. So this has given us a great opportunity to evaluate all of these guys without an NBA guy eating up the air in the room, because they're going to think they should get all the shots. And no, we're giving all of these guys ample opportunity to show that they belong on the team moving forward for the World Cup and hopefully for the Olympics.
Coach, I'm sure you've seen the other two teams play in this group. Can you just reflect on your scouting report about those two teams and teams that you'll be playing?
Again, well coached. Keep coming back to that. Just, I'm not very well versed in the international game or who everyone is right now. But watching them on film before we came over here and now seeing some of it in person, these guys can coach the game and their teams know what they're doing. They know their roles very well. And so we have to connect quickly because we haven't been together and they're all trying to learn what I want to do. But at the same time, I have to, show restraint and not overload them because we just don't have the time to put in everything we'd like to do. So we just got the necessities in and hoping that will be enough with our talent and toughness to get us over the hump.
You haven't played for the Nigerian national team for 5 years, correct me if I'm wrong.
5 years.
Talk about the feeling of being back with the Tigers, Jason.
It's a good feeling. Honestly, I didn't think I was going to wear the jersey again. But to be here and to be on the stage, especially with my family, with my brother and my other brothers too, down on the team, I missed it. I truly did, and I'm just truly just glad we got this win, and then we can just build off of this.
And again, to Ike's credit, once we said he was going to play, Ike ended up coming to LA, and we were already in the gym working out.
Yeah.
I don't know how many coaches and players was doing that, but we got in the gym and got workouts in to get ready for this, and he and I got connected early on how we want to play, what I expect from him, the freedom that I wanted to give him, and our relationship has been amazing. So that's the part that I'm really enjoying is being around this team with guys who they just let the water roll off their back. No matter what goes wrong, they say, let's go. And I just enjoy groups like that. No excuses.
I'm sure you two have something to say about Chimezi's performance tonight.
Yeah.
Honestly, from my guy Mezzi, I was at his game in Barcelona when he tore his Achilles back in 24, 25 when he was playing for Barcelona. So to be back here on this stage with him and with the game he played, it was real special. So I'm so happy for him and where he's gone because I know he put in a lot of work to get back to where he is right now.
Absolutely. And I coached Mezzi in Phoenix, so we go back a little ways. And for me to have him, and us to already have a real strong relationship, and him knowing how much belief I have in him. That's exactly how I want him playing. Super aggressive. He did it at all levels. I think he hit threes, he hit floaters, he posted up. He got some key rebounds. And so that's what I expect from him. He's a talented guy, obviously, because he's played some years in the league. That's proven. And he's coming, like you say, he's coming off of this horrific injury. So for him to contribute in that such a big fashion that's a big deal.
For sure.
Coach, we have already discussed why you spent most of the time on the bench rather than calling on the sidelines. For fans back home, might be wondering what exactly is happening.
So because of my abrupt hire, basically, and just trying to get everything done, the certification process is still going. Background checks and all of that stuff that they have to do. Hopefully we get that done over the next day or two where we get certified. But luckily, my replacement is probably a better coach than me, David Vanderpool. Should have been a head coach in the NBA a long time ago, but he is right now the best assistant coach in the NBA, and I'm lucky to have him, to be able to throw a 25-year vet, and it was like it didn't even faze us. We didn't even know until jump ball that I wasn't going to be able to do it, and we looked at each other and I was like, all right, you got it, and we just bounced off of each other. We've been friends for 25 years. And we went through this business together as coaches, growing and building our reputation and learning and, building bonds and friendships. And so to have him here is just a home run. And that was just one reason why. But all of his other talents, his way of communicating, his way of seeing the game, he put in a play during the game that actually probably was our best offense. And it ended up getting us buckets. For real,
Yeah,
the Ghost was the best thing we had. And so that's the value of having such an experienced coach on the staff. And, if we don't get it done by tomorrow where I'm certified, we
Same
got we
shit.
got somebody
Okay.
that can handle it, and I'll be yelling from my seat just like we did, and we just communicated really well. It had no bearing on the game whatsoever. Like, they didn't feel it, we didn't feel it. The trust is already there, and we just played our butts off and left the excuses out the door.
Okay, Coach David, Ike, all the best for your next game.
Thank
very
you.
much.
Appreciate you. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.